So we've gone through the setup for your room, how you should have your setup for your HydraFacial, microdermabrasion machines, ultrasonic, however you're gonna have it situated. For me, I have mainly everything on my right side because I'm a righty. Now you can have your machines in back of you. Some people like to use a rolly chair like this chair and then turn around, grab their stuff, and then they're in front of the client. The machine is in back of them. There are several ways to set up your aesthetic room, massage room, personal training room, whatever you're going to do. It's easy. Don't let your school dictate to you about how you should handle your clients, your business, your money, your love life, or anything. Like, no, who you pray to, it is all up to you. With that being said, my setup is right side HydraFacial. This is my table right here. I know you can't see everything in the video, but there's a little small trolley or cart that has my cleanser, moisturizer, basic stuff, my popping pimple tools, extractions, or lancets. I also have my dermaplaning tools, a fan, so on and so forth, whatever you're going to use. The machine is right here. I also have to the side the 14-in-1 facial machine that actually has a steamer, hot towel cabbie, high frequency, cold hammer, you name it. It's right here on my left side. So whatever I'm going to use for that day, I normally have both of them on either side, but the one I use the most is going to be on my right side. So it's up to you. You've had a lot of questions about, hey, how are you setting up your room? You have already seen that in an earlier video. But this video, now we're going to go ahead and work the machine, and we're going to do option 1. So option number 1 is just when you have a client that comes in, they have normal, dry, sensitive, oily skin, doesn't matter what they have. It's good for everybody. Option number 1. That's why it's the first one. It's for everybody. Even if you have grade 2, 3, 4 acne, you're still good to go with this HydraFacial treatment. So to start off, we always sanitize our hands. And for general purposes, let's just say I have a mask. We have 2 actually. So we have our regular mask that we wear, but it makes noise. Or it doesn't make noise, you can't really hear what I'm saying. So for our purposes, we're gonna take the mask off so you don't yell at me. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here. And we have another clear mask that I'm about to show you in just a moment. So let's just say you want to talk and you don't have anything over your mouth, you can have your eyewear. Bad thing with these are, it gets cloudy. Just like somebody wearing glasses, it gets foggy. So, sanitizer. Okay. Make sure it doesn't spurt everywhere. Sanitize your hands. Never over the client's face because alcohol drips. It drips down. Make sure you're away, back away, sanitize. Make sure you don't flick and go. One little spackle in the eye, come on. We all been at the dinner table and we ate something and maybe you putting some more lemon in the sweet tea. We shouldn't be drinking sweet tea, hey, but hey, we had to get that sweet tea. Lemon, the lemon juice spurts in the eye. Just one lemon drop, you be, oh Lord, I can't even eat my meal. That's how acidic a lime or lemon is. It's really, really powerful. Just for one little squirt, like crazy. So make sure you can have your eye gear, eyewear, mask. It is up to you. I'm just gonna put it away so you guys can see me and I can see my client. Last thing we need is to be making mistakes and that gets fogged up and somehow the eyeball comes out. It's crazy. We have nightmare. So option number 1, again, this is for everybody. This is why it's option, the first one, because these are the most clients that you're gonna get anyway. Then we'll go into option 2 and 3 and we're done. So we cleanse the hands and you can have your cheat sheet. You have it right here on the side. I'm basically looking over here, reading it to you. So now we step number 1, we're gonna go ahead and calm our client, let them know that we're here. Take 3 deep breaths. So our client's gonna take a breath in and blow it out. Breathe in peace. Exhale hate. Breathe in love. Exhale doubt. And those are like your 3 breaths. You can say a little mantra or whatever it is just to calm yourself, give yourself some peace. Because we all need it nowadays. Thank God that dumb fuck is almost out of the office. Praise God. And we all need a break. We all need, yes, we need peace. So once you calm the client down, now we're gonna steam the face. You can use a steamer, or you can use a hot towel, or you can use sponges. So for our case, we're just gonna use 2 compressed sponges. We have some water. You're gonna drop the sponges in the water. And see, the sponges expand. So now you have sponges. Put that down. So there's 3 ways to heat the face. But if this is summertime, there's 4 ways. Summertime, it's already hot. Your pores are already open. Trust me, you just came yelling at your boyfriend, girlfriend off the phone. Oh, all your pores are open, trust me. And it's hot as on the wet outside. Oh yeah, your pores are open. You don't need steam. You don't need hot towels or anything. But let's just say it's wintertime. My client comes in, she's gorgeous, she's perfect. We would put a hair wrap on, but her locks are out of the way. And I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. And even if I do get a little bit in the hair or the baby hairs or edges, I will damp the process or chemicals out of the hair quickly, expeditiously. So let's just say it's wintertime. She comes in and I have a steamer. So this steamer, this machine, we will move closer to us. We would move the steamer down, tighten it up, make sure it doesn't fall on the client's face, and steam will come out to open up the pores. So let's just say we don't have a steamer. Okay. We can use a hot towel cabbie. A hot towel cabbie is something that warms up towels. Let's get it. Move this to the side. The hot towel cabbie in the 14-in-1 machine is right below us. I know you can't see everything, but I'm reaching in and grabbing the hot towel. Close the door. This hot towel cabbie comes with a UV sanitizer, so it keeps out any type of bacteria or fries it, kills it. Like when Blade, like in the vampire movies, when the vampires couldn't even go outside, but Blade could because he was black. He had a tan, he had melanin. You know how we are. So sunlight don't really mess with us too much. Praise God. All right, so your hot towel is super hot. You can bear, I know you can see a little bit of the steam, but it's not super, super hot because I just turned it on. Make sure, damp it on your wrist, like the baby bottle. We got the baby. If that bottle is too hot, the baby's not gonna suck. No, you just burnt their little gums. It's horrible. So make sure you tap the wrist. Oh, it's nice and warm. Now we're gonna go to the face. When we drop it on the face, we're just gonna go right straight down. And normally you can have it either way. So see how my edges is 2? You can flip it over and just have the one single broad edge without the opening. Either way, you're fine. So just come down, right over the bottom lip. And she has lashes. Her lashes are nice. So I'm gonna plant this over nice and gentle, like gentle. Gentle. Eyelashes, gentle. And I let it just sit on the face because somebody has nice, long, luscious lashes like she has. Come on. In her mind, she's like, if you break, I will break you. So make sure you don't get broken. And place the towel gently over the face. So now we're opening up the pores, allowing for our products or our cleanser to go down and eat up any type of dirt, debris, or any other type of craziness that sits on the face all day. So remember, gently take it off because eyelashes like to stick to towels. I don't care if they're natural, unnatural, whatever it is. If it's hair, it will cling on to other soft towels like this. All right, so now that we steam the face with either your steamer or a hot towel, and if you don't have a steamer or a hot towel, that's okay. We have a bowl of water, hot water with our sponges. Take your sponges, squeeze out the water. Have a little bit of water in your sponges, just a little bit. That should be good. And then damp the face because it's nice and warm. And you block the face. Open up those pores. Now for the degrees, the scientific measurement for opening pores, it varies on everybody's skin type, and everybody's different. Some people are actually perspiring right now as we're speaking, especially if you have oily skin. Doesn't matter the temperature. You could have oily skin in freezing below temperatures just because you're an oily person and your body produces oil. So if you have sponges, you can still heat up the client's face with the warm water. So you don't have to have a steamer, you don't have to have a hot towel cabbie. You can just have a bowl and some hot water, or just get a face rag or washcloth, run it under some hot water, squeeze out the water, excess water, put it on the face just how we just did. Gentle. And that's the same way. Or if you guys are fortunate and you guys have a nice spa and you have a shower in your establishment or setup or spa, wherever you're gonna work at, then ask them to take a shower. That's why most destination spas have showers before we even do a treatment. So it warms up your body, opens up the pores. And you don't really need a steamer, you don't need a hot towel, you don't need anything. The shower did the work for you. So you have the tools to do it. Don't worry, don't freak out, you have it, all right? So the next step after we warmed up the face, we wanna cleanse the face, we wanna clean that skin. So what do we normally do? Cleanser of your choice. This is just my cleanser. This cleanser, I put in your almond oil, argan oil, grapeseed oil. I put in those 3 oils only because they're moisturizing. Now, I like to oil pull from the face. I like other oil breaking down other oils. I like having a soap in here. I have Castile soap. Castile soap with, if you shake it up or hear it, right, it's in there. Most soaps, you're not gonna hear anything because it's more of a gel or more of a thick consistency. And you're not gonna hear the splish and splashing in here. You'll hear mine, it's organic. It's good. So once you put the Castile soap with the oils, you're moisturizing and cleansing at the same exact time. Literally almost how micellar water works. Micellar water is nothing but oil and water. Or if you want to be fancy and technical, okay, yeah, it's certain chemicals that I'm not going to name all of the chemical names of it, compounds, and look, it gets technical with micellar water, but you're really oil and water mixed together with a tad bit of soap or cleansing, and it gets off debris from the skin. That's all micellar water is. And it pulls and extracts the other oil cells because oil loves other oils, okay? Just how I'm about to show you right now. Cleanser. And actually, I'm so sorry, I put CBD inside as well. So the CBD is isolate. It is not the CBD that you smoke in a joint or whatever. No, it's the pure form of it, the isolate, the powder. And it's mixed in as well. So here we get a little bit, pump. Okay, we got enough cleanser. I pump like 5 pumps, maybe 6, give or take, because I like the lather. I do palms first. I make sure I get a lather on my palms. Scoop down on the palms. Face next, or cheek area. Then the neck. Then the nose. Make sure it don't get in the eye. Lips. Underneath the eyes, nose. And the soap will dissipate. Even if you use a lot, it will start to break down. Now notice how I didn't use a steamer, I didn't use any extra water, because it has oil, those 3 different oils with the soap. It really doesn't go anywhere. It dissipates on the face because you're working it into the face. Her pores are open. But when you have soap on your hands and it actually goes away, that's not a soap. That's some bullshit that a company made, and unless it really got absorbed into your skin, then you have to kind of wonder, like, okay, what the hell is inside of this? Like, why did it just go into my skin that quickly? Why is it gone? Stuff is supposed to stay on your face, not be absorbed in your face like instantly, unless it's a smaller molecule. Soap is always a big molecule. Well, not always if you cut it with other cutting agents and stuff like that, but you understand what I'm talking about. So now that the face is cleansed, we take our sponges. And then we dry off the face, or rinse off the face. So this is a manual cleanse. I know some of you were saying, hey, I just want to do a manual cleanse with my HydraFacial machine. And that's what we're about to do right now, or next, with the HydraFacial machine. We want to wipe this down a little bit. You can leave a little bit of soap on the face. It's okay, because we're going to use the machine right now. So it's okay to leave some of the soap on the face, as you can see. Make sure you have your wipe towel. Your wiping towel is for you to wipe product off your hands onto a towel. You ask your client to lift her head just ever so slightly. Perfect, you're good. And then her head goes down, so now it's hanging right here. So this is my wipe towel. So all I'm doing is wiping anything that's on my hands. So say she still has soap on the face. You did a manual cleanse, but let's do a cleanse with the HydraFacial machine. So we turn on dermabrasion. It says dermabrasion. It's normally this little last button. So there's 1, 2, and 3. It's the very first one. Hit it. Comes on. Grab the wand. This is called your wand. Just like a Harry Potter wand, like Asperium Odom. I don't know what they were saying in the movie, but they said something like that, or Olivium Omori, or crazy. All right, so then, and pretend we have gloves on as well. I forgot to say that in the very beginning, but this is just for our purposes. My hands are cut, my nails are cut, I sanitized, I did what I needed to do, and I prayed. So we're okay. Make sure it's highlighted. See how it's not highlighted when you turn it on? That's what this button is on the wand. It really is a Harry Potter wand. Like, it's like, da-da-da-da, yeah. And they did. Da-da-da-da, on. Yep. It's on again. And look, it's highlighted. It lets you know it's on. And plus you hear your machine humming. Make sure you tap on your hand. Make sure the water starts to come out. And if nothing comes out, your water level is probably not on. So we go to our water level and our air pressure. There we go. So see, when you hold there, it starts to come out. So sometimes when it doesn't come out, make sure you check your water pressure. See, it says right here, max and minimum. And no worries, we're gonna get a close-up view of everything I'm talking about. So when it says max, turn it higher. Medium is like right in the middle, turn it to the middle. Then you have minimum, which is a little bit of water. Right now, I have it a little bit above the medium because I want to see the water come out. So see, there it is. Perfect. So now we still have the soap on the face, and guess what? In cleanser A, it's the same exact that's in here. This bottle's white, so let me show you a clear bottle of what it is. Same solution, just you can see through it. This is what I would ship to you for your solutions. So if you shake it up, oh yeah, soap and bubbles and cleanser and all types of stuff that gets rid of dirt and debris. It's right here in this bottle. This is the same exact thing as this. Just the oils and the soap, they're both in one bottle. This just comes out as a foam. So when it comes out, it's a foam. That's why it's in this bottle. It's a foam bottle. But this would actually go into the machine. You don't want foam coming out of the machine. No. So that's why it's in a liquid form that I personally make. So you just put that down to the side. Your white towel. So here, so the liquid form is in chamber A. The foam form is in a regular bottle. So now we're gonna use the regular cleansing. So I hope you guys know the differences. One is in the bottle, one is in your machine. The machine's tube can only suck through liquid, not foam, not thick soap, nothing thick like a hyaluronic acid. No, 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 you got to dilute it if you do. You have to make it water form, okay? So on the face, all we're gonna do, hold, don't move until you see the water, right? So see, there we go. And we move. This pressure is a little bit too rough. So what I'm gonna do, if the skin is sucked up too much like that, go to the air pressure. Air pressure max, air pressure medium or neutral, air pressure minimum. So I'm gonna push it down a little bit past neutral. And ask your client, how does this feel this time?
Better.
Feels better? Yeah, so see, we moved it down. Because if you keep moving the steam, or not the steam, but the pressure up, oh yeah, the more skin you're gonna suck up. Some people like that. I personally don't. I like somebody to just regulate the pressure for me so I don't have to worry, I can enjoy my facial. Now, the forehead, I just did fast strokes. You can do slow. So again, you're pressing down, wait for the water, move, and you're just moving slow. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna pop it on for just a minute.
I got a few of them.
So again, at the chin, you can take your fingers, wrap underneath her chin, place your fingers here, that holds the skin. These fingers are just holders, like anchors. Like when an anchor needs to dock in a port or somewhere where they need to just chill, that anchor comes down and holds the skin. I like to use upward strokes, so skin is sucking, I see the water, then I just move slowly. Break off. So when you're breaking off, you just tilt and it comes off, okay? So hold, press, wait for the water, there we go, break off. That's it. So again, hold, wait for the water or the cleanser, glide up, break it off. Now I know what you're saying, why do I have to keep waiting for the water? You don't. If you get fancy with it and really, really get good with your HydraFacial machine, just hold, wait for the water to come, and just stay on the face. Don't take it off the face. And it's still sucking. I haven't broke it off the face yet. So it's still suction and the water's still coming out. But just make sure you don't have it on high temperature, because trying to do that with the suction so great, oh no, no, no. It will be crazy. So the lip, I like to take my thumb and hold on the other side. And it's like almost like I'm moving their lip towards this way. I press down, hold, wait for the water, and just slowly move to the outside. Break off. Now ask your client, is it too much around on the lip? A little bit. All right. So she said no, so we're gonna keep on moving. Now the nose is the same way. Thumb on top of the nose. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Underneath the eyelid, be very careful. Finger holds. Suction, pull. But like I said again, the air pressure has to be kind of in the middle, if not lower. Not higher, because you're sucking somebody's eyelid into the machine, it hurts. You could burst capillaries, veins, and venules. They have like a bruised eye. You don't want that. HydraFacial machine is like a hickey, super hickey. Like we all know, we get down in certain areas and we sucked on somebody's neck in our lifetime before. What happens is even just sucking on somebody's neck for like 10 seconds, the next morning you got this huge purple crazy marks on your neck, and your parents look at you like, what the hell you been doing? Yeah, and then you get the ultimate beat down because of suction. That's all it was. So make sure you regulate the air suction, because you don't want somebody's face to be hickey. Now once you get better at passes, you're just gonna go as super fast as you can. And go to the other side. Perfect. Different ways on the forehead. You can go up and down, left to right, circles, whatever you want to do. As long as you hold the skin, hold, pressure, hold, hold, side to side. But I'm holding on this side, anchor, hold, hold, hold again. Wait for the water, go slow. That's it. So now we do her temples to cheeks. This is my anchor now because I switched hands. Now this button up here, I like to keep the button in between my fingers, like chopsticks. Like you're about to eat with chopsticks. Remember, this hand is like the clincher. This one is like stabilizing chopstick hand. So the only hand that really moves is this hand. Like Mr. Miyagi, the bowl, remember he's teaching Daniel's son back in the day how to eat some rice? And Daniel's son didn't want to listen. He had to chop him in his neck. Yeah, because he wouldn't want to listen. Keep this like a chopstick in this little button, because if you don't, let's say the button is turned this way towards my thumb, this is what's going to happen. Because nature will tell you to keep pressing it because you're holding on to the machine. These fingers will always do what the thumb's going to do. The thumb's going to do what these fingers, they're all together. So if you're gripping this, the thumb's going to grip the button. So that's why you have your button in the middle. So to the side. So let's just say the head is facing, see how my head is turned? So this way you're going to turn it to where the lip is facing up on the same, so they're all in line with each other, okay? So right about there. So see, everything is nice and perfect. Now, it doesn't matter if you go up or down. Some people are like, oh, you should be going towards the blood flow, the heart, and towards the face, and blah, blah, blah. You can. I'm not saying you can't. But for me, I come underneath the chin. I go up and down whenever I want. Because I'm only using this for a few seconds. As you see, we already did the face in like maybe 10 minutes. This is a quick in and out procedure. This should not last you more than 15, 20 minutes. Your machine is working wonderfully. Man, what is going on? Now, I've done a lot of classes lately with the HydraFacial machines. Some machines are horrible. Like, nope, you need to send that back. Something ain't right. I've tried everything, and it just still ain't working.
Really?
And sometimes it's operator error. It ain't really the machine. Sometimes they broke. The machine was so damaged. I'm like, did you? And she had it in her garage, her extra garage. She already had like a 3-car garage, but then the 4th garage is on the back side of the house. I'm like, so you had this in this.
In the heat.
So right, I'm like, this machine is horrible. You can't really. You messed this machine up. The machine it did mess itself up. Like, how did you get these bent? Exactly. And the heads was bent up. The LED machine was cracked. Like, so did you drop it several times? Like, what the fuck is?
What was you doing? Something is too expensive for that.
So now we're going to take off chamber A, the soap. Remember in the beginning we did manually. Manually means you're using hands only, or the machines are doing the work, but you have something to do with it. You're manually operating something on its own. Now, when you want to do the machine by itself to cleanse the face to get off the soap, then you're using chamber A first for the cleanser, but to take it off, you need to use chamber D, which is on the back side of your HydraFacial machine. Like I said, again, you will see everything in just a moment. But for now, the chamber D is back here. We're gonna change the knob. This is your control knob. The control knob, like you're controlling the TV, power on, power off, channel 13, 15, whatever. This is the channel button. This is what you're hitting like 54 to get my HD, HBO, or whatever it is. You're about to see some sort of scary ass movie. We're gonna change it to chamber D. So let's say on the remote control it said D. Oh, that's the same thing here, controller. You're moving it to D. So now that we're on chamber D, remember that arrow has to be on D. So the arrow's right here, chamber D, yes, it's pointing to D. If the chamber moves again, guess what? This is now A. If it moves again, this is B. If it moves again, C. So you're turning the knob, the controller, that's all, okay? So we're now on D, make sure it's right. Get your wand, same everything. We're not changing any heads, okay? Hit the same button. Oh shit, we're ready to go. So now this should pull water, clean, fresh water from the backside. Chamber D is your clean water. All right. So we wait for the water again. You can test it on your skin first just to make sure everything gets clean. Now it should take a few seconds because remember you're going from A to D. It takes 5 or 6 seconds, maybe 10 at the most. If it's more than 10 seconds, check your water and air levels. So see how it's moving? Yep, this is just clean water. So I would like to have a little bit more water than this. Wait for it. So see, sometimes it takes a few seconds. Because remember, there's still a little bit of soap in here. Because remember, we just cleansed the face. Make sure that soap goes away. That's the fresh water coming in. Yep, there we go. So see how sometimes you have to wait for the chambers to move. So now this is nothing but clean water. It's ready to go. Perfect. Perfect. And see, it just sucks the cleanser right back up in there. Now see right here where the eye and the nose, I made a C, like letter C. C, and then I fold it into a U, which comes right underneath the eye. So thumb, index finger, and I go in between the finger for the eye area because I want to be very, very careful with eyelashes, eyebrows, underneath the eyelid. So C, nose, cheek. Good. And so the water is still coming out, but it's not soap. It's just nothing but clean, fresh water, okay? Switch your hands. turn off your machine. So now, and then you can wipe the face because sometimes the water is still around the face. Squeeze out your sponges. Make sure you clean up around the neck area, underneath the chin. Nose. So now that we have removed any type of cleaning solution, cleanser off of the face, we use manually cleanse the face, and we use the HydraFacial machine cleansing the face using chamber D. We used A first for the cleansing method, then we switched it to D. So now that we've done that step, we need to cleanse, or we don't need to cleanse again. We actually need to make sure we got the cleanser off the face. Get the fan or fan the client's face a little bit. Make sure it gets nice and dull and dry. Or you can actually have an actual fan. When you turn your fan on, you wave it around the face. Just make sure you dry the client's face out, because again, the cleanser that I use, it's for all skin types, but it's gonna dry out your skin to the point where it's like moisturized, but not too greasy, but it's gonna take up all that dirt and debris and oil, excess oil. Dry that skin out as much as possible. And now you're gonna analyze the skin, because most skin types, when they get dry, you'll still see white residue from a soap or cleanser or whatever you're gonna use. I know the cleanser's off the face because I'm just now examining the face. When you analyze somebody's face, you're looking for wrinkles, fine lines, cracks, or fissures in the face. Fissures are bad. Those are actually like bleeding, like somehow you got cuts in your face, like almost like when you get cracks on your lips in the wintertime. Fissures, yeah, they hurt. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for acne grade 1 through grade 4. I'm actually looking for uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, hypopigmentation, which is the opposite of hyper. It's hypo, meaning turns your skin white. Hyper, like someone's very hyper. They active, they got ADHD, DDD, and all the other extra stuff, plus Z. And yeah, that's hyper, like hype. You want to look for hypo, which is whitening. The reverse of it, you also want to look for any type of crow's feet, dummy lines, or marionette lines. The number 11s in between, because somebody's scowling, always frowning, like men, always got those number 11s. RBF, I'm looking for resting bitch face. If I see the face and it looks like it's still like evil, like, oh, I hate you. Oh yeah, that RBF is real. It's nothing to play with. I mean, man, you're still frowning when you should be happy. You're sleeping. You're on the table. You should be happy. So that's what I'm looking for. So looking at her skin, okay, we have a few minor bumps. This is when I would go into extractions. Now we're actually going to use gloves, because anytime you want to do extractions and blood pops out, or pus, or oozing liquids from anybody's face, you want to wear some gloves. Oh Lord, get in there. Okay. I made it fit. Make sure you wear the proper gloves, even if you're a male or female. If you have big hands, hey, you got it. Hey, fit, get it in there. There we go. I'll make it fit. Not like that, but you know what I mean. So we got the gloves on. Now we're gonna extract. So there's two different types of extraction tools that I use. I use the basic extraction tool, which has the two heads. One loop is a little bit depressed, like a 45-degree angle. This one is a flatter head for broad stroke movements for bony landmarks like the forehead, my shiny forehead. So this one I like using the most, but this one comes with a lancet. This one just has the 45-degree angle one, but you screw up the top, turn it upside down, place this inside here so you don't forget to use this side. So now nothing's here, but no, you go to the opposite side, screw this one off. It's sneaky. Turn it upside down, re-screw it back in. Now it has a point, a lancet, it has a built-in lancet, but you have to take this off, because if you leave this on and it pokes you or something, it's crazy. I love this one, it's lightweight, you can take it anywhere, always have two. This one does the same thing, it just screws off. And your lancet's there, but it's not as sharp. It's like mild, so if you have mild bumps, this is pretty good. Now check with your state to make sure you can do lanceting or lanced. In Virginia, we can. If you're a master esthetician, you can. But in certain states like Maryland, which we're in Maryland today, no, you cannot unless you do it secretly and you didn't do lancing. Lancing, all you did was, I did extractions. That's all I did. So just be careful. So we're gonna pop some acne a little bit. So this is the time when you do extractions. Remember, the face is clear, it's clean. You don't have to do extractions. You can do them by hand. If your school's taught you that, you can take 2 Q-tips, do all that fancy stuff if you want to. But let's just say this is much easier. Let the tool do all the work. Oh yeah, see, that had to come out. Ooh, get it out of there. So this one here. Oh yeah, yep, got it. Get out of there. And let your client know that it's going to be a little painful, excruciating even, because the acne doesn't want to leave. It will give you hell to say, leave me alone. It's going to clamp down on all those little nerves and say, hey, I will give you pain if you don't leave us the fuck alone. But you, on the other hand, say, no, you're making us look ugly. You got to go. So then turn the head to the left. Perfect. No extraction is comfortable. I've never heard of anybody say, oh, I just love to get extractions today. Not one in history. Just never heard of it. Perfect. And her extractions are easy. They come right on out. Now, should I be wearing a mask to stop oozing or pulsating pus coming out? Oh, yes. I've had one that hit me right on the bottom of my lip one time. This young man, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a teenager, hormones were raging, and I think it hit me right, it squirted out like a ketchup packet. You ever step on a ketchup packet and it's oozed out? Like that. I almost had a breakdown in my own room. Yeah, they had to go. Those got to go. Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
I remember he came in our school. He was an arrogant motherfucker.
Very arrogant. I had that meeting about the air conditioning. I was just like, so somebody told me about it. And I was like, wow. Wow. Really had a meeting about this to justify this foolishness. It's crazy.
That guy.
Something else. That's terrible.
I knew he
You
was
knew it. As soon as I said the name, I'm like, wow.
Because he's the only Chico I know, like ever. I don't know any other
Me
Chicos.
too.
After we popped open any type of acne or bumps that we have on the face, we're now going to move into our B chamber. B chamber is a light chemical peel. When I say light, I do mean at least 3, 4, possibly 5% of a chemical peel. You will feel a slight tingle or, spicy feeling on the face. Like it's like, whoa, it's almost like aftershave. If you shaved and all of a sudden put aftershave, you're like, ow, it's like that. Well, maybe not as bad as that. It's lighter than that. But this peel is for anybody, everybody. That's what the HydraFacial was made for, everybody's skin type. So let's go to chamber B. So chamber B, guess what we have to do? We have to turn it to chamber B. Remember your controller? So find B. Yep, okay, so we got turn again. Now you're on B because it's facing and pointing on B chamber. This is your controller. So now that we know that, let's turn the machine on. Hey, you're using the same wand for everything in option number 1. Remember, this is option number 1. Number 2, we'll go into diamond tips. Number 3, we'll go into more mature skin or people who have facial conditions and what you can use with that. But for right now, let's use chamber B. Hold, wait for it to cycle, the water. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now you might have to turn your water down because remember we came from D, the clean chamber on the back side. That pushes out just a little bit of water, even if it's at maximum. So now that it's at maximum, it's putting out too much water. So we want to turn it down. Make sure it cycles through because it takes about a second to change chambers. And everything is slow. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. So if you go taking your time on the client's face, you get a better result. Then we're gonna go to the left. Perfect. There we go. So sometimes you have to keep it on the skin just so you can see the bubbles, and you'll start seeing it percolate and move real fast. So now it's working. So sometimes when you change the chambers, it takes a few seconds, if not a minute, for it to change over. And so with B chamber, you can smell it. You're like, oh yeah, there is a difference. Now I'm gonna show you on this video how the different solutions that you can buy online, when you smell them, they smell exactly the fucking same. I shit you not. You can't really tell what it is. You don't even know if it's just alcohol, if it's just water, or just pee. You don't know what it is. So make sure it smells like some sort of solution you smelled before. Most chemicals or cleaning solutions are going to smell like cleaning solutions. Like this, I can smell the peel. I can smell it. Okay? So with this chamber, we're going to go pretty fast. We're not going to waste our time. Neutral. Perfect. Also, if you have the HydraFacial machine that's a little bit newer than this model, because I know they just came out with about 4 months ago, a different model, same heads. The only two different changes that I've seen, they have the rubber tips for more sensitive skin, because these plastic tips are kind of abrasive on certain bony landmarks like the forehead. It's kind of abrasive, so they made now rubber tips with the plastic. So you have two different tips to work with. The plastic one or rubber one glides on the face. You don't have any type of pain at all. The only other thing that's changed, instead of radio frequency, they now have the microcurrent one. But you can buy microcurrent by itself or radio frequency by itself, portable, and just keep it moving. You don't have to buy a whole new machine. Don't buy a whole new machine just for one handle. Come on, you can buy it somewhere else. And I know what some of you guys are saying, like, oh my God, you're hurting the client's face. It's too much skin pulling. Well, my client is youthful. She don't have to worry about pulling on her face until she gets about 86, 96 years old. And even by that time, modern medicine has caught up. Our skin is probably going to be looking even better in the next 30, 40 years because of modern medicine. And plus, we are people of color. And if not saying that you have to be a person of color, but yeah, black really doesn't crack if you take care of your skin. And so for me to pull in different directions, and it's against some of you guys' books, my lady's book or aesthetic books that say, hey, you must go in an upward direction. Yeah, if you have saggy skin and your skin is falling off your face like Night of the Living Dead, then yeah, you might want to come up towards your face. Yeah, that's like a face lift. That's where you get the face lift. Yes, you are lifting the face. That's where the word comes from. It's not no plastic surgeon that just thought of something overnight. No, it's just you're lifting your face back to its normal, elasticity levels where you were youthful and young at one point. My client here, she's youthful. I don't have to worry about holding down the skin so much or moving in different directions. I don't have to worry about that. So don't at me with bullshit and craziness. Turn it off. And now we are going to move into our third of our last steps that we're going to do is rinse off the solution from chamber B. Oh, that's so hard. It's not hard at all because we just did it. Remember, we changed it to chamber D. D is your clean water. It takes off everything. So we're going to switch it back to D. So now that we know we're on D, guess what? Get your wand again. Same wand. We're not doing anything different. When everybody says you have to use all these other machines at the same time, no, you don't. This is just your cleansing portion. That's why it's option number 1. It's good for everybody. Turn it on. Now, since we changed it to chamber D, what do we need to do? We can't just go straight to the face again. We have to wait for it to cycle. So cycle means we were operating off of B, so now we got to filter B out. So see how, see it's moving? I know you guys can't see it up close, but that water is pumping out. So now it's clear. And there's no smell, so we have fresh water. So hold down, wait about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maybe even a minute at most, and let that water cycle. See, it's moving, pumping. That's fresh water. So we take off chamber B, because B is a peel. It's going to go into the skin anyway. We're just cleaning off the residue. Okay? Remember, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Don't go fast unless you have to. Right at the hairline, get those edges, because hair follicles up here are different from hair follicles on your whole entire face, because this grows a lot of hair and also produces a lot of oil, and it drips down towards the forehead to our T-zones, all from your hair. So make sure you go the hairline. Neutral. Perfect. Like 12 more minutes. I need till 3, I think. Now, underneath the chin and front side, you can actually switch your position and ask your client to lift her chin as high as she can go. Perfect. Now hold her chin so you can get underneath the chin. I forgot to show you that in the very beginning. I do apologize. Be careful of the neck openings, you know, carotid arteries. You don't want to put your whole hand and hold it on somebody's skin. You're cutting off blood flow. Just underneath the chin. Okay? And her chin is easy to work with, so you don't really need to do too much of anything. Okay? And she can go back to neutral. I know I didn't do this side, but this is just for video purposes. And guess what? You just cleanse the skin again with clean water. So now what do we do after that? We rinsed off everything. We now apply our serum. Take off your gloves. We're getting down to the last steps. Take off your gloves. The serum, you can add in 2 ways. You can do it manually. This is your serum. This has 4 different oils. Grapeseed, argan oil, almond oil, and vitamin E oil. I stopped using jojoba oil. I know that's most closest to our skin, only because it's a little thicker. It takes time to absorb into the skin. These oils are thinner oils. Argan. All right, so like I was saying before, moisturizing with the serum, and you can make a serum out of almost anything. You can put turmeric, apple cider vinegar, hyaluronic acid, mix them all together, you got a serum. You can put all oils together, you got a serum. Think of a serum as your armed forces. You have your Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. All of them do different functions by themselves. Yes, if we have to fight wars on water, guess who you can call? The Navy, possibly the Air Force, and Marine Corps. Hey, we need to occupy our land in a huge force and show our presence. You need the Army. Army has a bigger force than everybody. They have millions of people. I need to fight a war in the air or in space. We need the Air Force. I need to actually win a war guaranteed. You need to send the Marines. You see what I'm saying? Or I might need to do some secret shit like the Coast Guard be doing. We don't even know what they do. Damn. So add all of those people together as a combined unit. Oh, damn. I don't think there's nothing we can handle. Except for maybe an alien or the Predator or something. And then that's a problem. But that's when we would need a whole 5 forces to deal with that type of problem. Sometimes these acne bumps and everything else and uneven skin tone, you need all your fighting forces together. That's a serum. Don't let these schools or anybody tell you differently and oh my God, it has to have this. And like serums versus ampules. An ampule is always going to be in some sort of small ass vial where air cannot get into it. They only work with enclosed areas to where you don't want air hitting that type of treatment or process that you have in that little vial or bottle. And they're super expensive, but that's a vial of ampule. That's all that is where they have minimal air hitting that product that you have put on that person's face. That's it. That's the only differences. So other than that, you send them away with home care. Step number 10, the final step is home care. We can do everything for the client's face while we're here in the session. But when they go home, that's the most care that you can do for your person's face or your face. Make sure you take care of your skin at home. Make sure you give them a good regimen at home. A good cleanser, a good moisturizer, a good cleanser, a good scrub, and a good moisturizer. That's all you need. That's basics. Now, if they want to extract their own bumps, fine. If they want to have steamers and all this other stuff, that's great. But those are the only 3 things you really truly need to give your clients. But make sure they pay for that. Give it to them. Keep their skin healthy and youthful, and you're good to go. Option number 2 is the same exact treatment. Everything we just did in the beginning, except for a few tweaks. That's all. So option number 2, we use steps number 1 through 4, which I'm gonna list in the video. 1 through 4 is the same exact thing. Remember, we cleansed the skin, looked at the skin, analyzed it, took off the serum with chamber D, and we added extractions. We looked at the skin after extractions. After that, we pretty much went on to the next step, which is now step number 5 for option number 2. Option number 2, step 5. Now you're going to use your diamond tip microdermabrasion. Remember, we extracted bumps. This time, you extract the bumps. This head, the same wand, the same Harry Potter wand. Take off the head. You took off the tip. Put the tip down. Get your diamond tip microdermabrasion. This head is different. I'm going to show you up close in a minute. Put it on. You are doing the same exact strokes that you just did. The only thing that you're using is chamber A. You can use chamber B if you want to, but remember, we use steps 1 through 4. It's usually just chamber A. So you turn it on. And we're not going to do, I'm just showing you how I'm going to do it. We're not really going to do a whole treatment. When you test it on your hand, it's going to do the same cycling. Nothing changes except for the grittiness on the inside. You feel it. So on the client's forehead, so you should feel scratching a little bit, not bad scratching, but something to where it's like, oh, I feel something rubbing up against my face. It's the diamond tip on the inside. So basically your diamond tip microdermabrasioning the face with water. Turn it off. So there have been people fighting me for years like, hey, why are you using a gel? I would use a gel back in the day. This was before the HydraFacial machine. And people gave me hell for using this with microdermabrasion. Some people's skin, if you use dry diamond tip microdermabrasion, it's very harsh. It cuts into your skin and causes worse problems than you came in with. That's why I would use a gel, a cooling gel. It glides against the skin. People gave me hell on videos, and they're still there. You can watch them if you want to. They're older videos. I made those videos like 8 years ago, and it's still there. People give me such a fucking hard time, where now you got HydraFacial and they're not saying shit. It's literally just a liquid form of this, just diluted. That's it. But I came up with that a long ass time fucking ago, because I'm a male. I know how it is to dry shave in the military. It fucking sucks. It hurts. So when we put, that's why they have aftershave for men. I'm sorry, not aftershave, but cream for the face that we can glide the razor against, and we're good. But in the field, you ain't got no luxury of water and shaving cream. Okay. So after you do the microdermabrasion, we're now going to go into step number 6. Step number 6, because of the diamond tip microdermabrasion, now the pores are open. That B chamber, you're going to feel the little sting a little bit more. It's like, wow, I'm really getting a good cleaning of my face. That's all that B chamber is going to give you this time. It's like just a little bit more of a tingle. So then after number 6, you go into 7. You rinse off the chemical peel with cold water. Now the reason why I say with cold water, because in B chamber, you can use the machine, or if they want a deeper peel, then hell, you give them the deeper peel. You give them a regular peel. So remember, screws off, apply the chemical peel. This is a strong peel. This is the actual regular peel that we give anybody. This peel is 30% lactic acid. You can have 30% glycolic, you can have 10 to 20% TCA, maybe 30%. I wouldn't go higher than that in TCA. I'm talking about a true TCA. Oh my God. You need to actually have some sort of numbing cream if it's going to be 40, 50, 60% TCA. A real TCA will burn like alien acid. Yeah, it'll burn you. That's why you need to put numbing cream. But let's just say we put this on manually. We drop a few drops, take your fan brush, glide it on the client's skin. Put the chemical peel on manually. This is only if B chamber, you don't want to use the machine. Because sometimes the B chamber, you'll get used to it. Like, wow, okay, I thought I was going to have an allergic reaction. I thought it was going to be a harsh chemical peel. No, it's actually a nice tingle. My face is refreshed, but I would like to have something a little bit more exciting. You know what I mean? So let me up the level and get a regular chemical peel. You don't have to use chamber B. So this is step number 7 or 6 actually. You can put this regular chemical peel on the face instead of the B chamber. So you can do either one. The reason why I say cold water, because yeah, if you do use the manual one, you're gonna need that cold water. The chamber D in the back is not cold at all. That's just gonna agitate the face more, because remember, you're using a stronger, much stronger chemical peel. And you're gonna need that bowl of cold water, pat it down, or a nice rag or cloth or face towel that's cold, or if you don't have water in the face towel and all the other fancy stuff, guess what you can use? You can use your cold hammer. So your cold hammer, right here on top, you turn it on and you let it sit. Turn this on in the very beginning. If you're going to use option 2, turn this on in the very beginning. It's not going to turn off. You just put it right here and you keep it on. So dermabrasion, they both work at the same time. So while this head, I'm using it on the client's face, the cold hammer is still getting cold because it takes up to 5 to 10 minutes to get cold. So you can run both of them at the same exact time. Just don't turn off the cold hammer. See, it's still on. To turn it off, now it's off. But that cold hammer you put on the face if you don't have cold water. You put on your gel. So gel, then take your cold hammer. Remember, you have the gel on the face, and then your cold hammer will be gliding, and it's cold, and it feels so great to the client's skin. It calms the face down after a harsh chemical peel. So then step 7A, I know we did 7, but this is like the sub 7. 7A will be your oxygen. Oxygen, you can turn on. See, it comes right on out. The solution in here, you can have your ampule or a serum, like a liquid-based serum. You can have aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, turmeric, apple cider vinegar, but it has to be mixed properly. You can't just put Bragg's apple cider vinegar in here. No, that will burn the face. No, there's steps in product making that I'm going to show you guys in another video. But right in here, we have our solution. See how it's water? Turn it upside down because the water bottle has to be facing up. So the water can go down in here and spray out on the face. And this calms the face down, okay? So you have your essence in here, and it sprays out in little specules. You can feel it. Oh yeah, it feels good. Turn it off. So when that serum and stuff sprays out, you let it dry on the face. Now, after that serum is in the face, because your face is open, you put the LED mask on top, over the face, and now you let the LED lights eat at the bacteria, acne, everything. Apply sunscreen, and then your home care, and that's it. You don't need to apply serum, you just sprayed it on the face anyway, or you can add that serum if you want to, and that is option number 2. So basically all you literally did was change out your head, you used a cold hammer, and you used the sprayer. That's all that changed. You just added to it. You didn't change anything. You're just adding these instruments. So now you have 3 more instruments. Let's go into option number 3, and you will be done your HydraFacial experience, because it's not that long at all. There's HydraFacial classes that you're going to spend $2,000, $3,000 I've seen online, and it's a waste of time. Option number 3 is for pregnancy, or for rosacea, or for people who have psoriasis or milia, or psoriasis will probably be like on the neck area and décolleté. Anybody who has like milia on the forehead lines, or line of the hairline on your forehead, or underneath the eye, those little white filled sacs that are kind of like jelly. And for people who are religious, if you have religious reasons where you can't get a true facial, or it doesn't have to be true, it could just be certain chemicals your religion won't allow you to put on your face, then yes, this is the facial for you. For more mature skin, people who have fine lines, sagging skin, wrinkles, this is for them. Option number 3. So everything, we're going to do option number 1 through 4, same exact steps as you did in option 1. Steps 1 through 4. After that, you analyze the skin, step 5. When you analyze the skin, they might have acne, but this is more mature skin, somebody who doesn't really have acne. You're popping those bumps, you're good to go. Now you're going to use your sonic scrubber, or you're going to use your ultrasonic heads. So remember, your ultrasonic scrubber, ultrasound. What is the difference? Ultrasonic scrubber, if you're trying to do extractions without extraction tools. This hurts. It's kind of painful. You got to take the pain. Beauty is pain. But there are some people in this world who can't take, I don't know, a gnat landing on them and giving them a bug bite. They panic. It hurts. Crazy. Give them this. Give them the sonic scrubber. Sonic scrubber, when you're turning it on, make sure you use the handle, sonic scrubber. Turn it on. Make sure you turn the power level. So see, now you hear it? It's like crickets fucking. Yeah. That's the only reason why you hear them crickets. Yeah, they're mating. And that's on all night long. So level 1, these are your handles. So see how, if you touch one side, nothing. But if you touch both, it's a grounding effect. So remember, you have a positive, negative. You need both contacts. Like the third rail, if you're in Chicago, the L train is coming, and you touch that one line, it might not zap you, but if both feet touch at the same time, yeah, you will get shocked, because now one foot's on the ground, one foot's grounded something else. You're gonna get shocked. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry, it's uneven, but if they both hit at the same time, you're dead. Same thing here. Both of them touch, you hear like crickets, they're doing their thing. Power level is right here on the number. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always start off at 5. It goes all the way to 10. This will product penetrate into your skin. So you put a product on the face, whatever it is. You can have a serum, you can have hyaluronic acid, whatever it may be. This is you're gonna push into the face. And that's pretty much it. Like forehead, same thing. You're just spatulaing in the face. Oh yeah, wish you guys could see a closer view of it. It's like just moving really, really fast. And it pushes that product into the face, okay? Ultrasonic scrubber. You can use it on the nose. You can actually dig into the nose where the acne is coming out with your spatula. I will show that in another video. So put that back. Turn it off. Ultrasound is skin tightening, but also pushes product into the face at a deeper level, but it tightens the face. So let's just say ultrasonic, turned it on. Power level, remember, to 5, 4, 5. Now it's gonna glide onto the skin, because remember, we already applied moisturizer. It's gonna be a little cold, tell your client to be a little cold. And you do circle motions. Now this is the serum we put on the face and it glides, but normally you would put on gliding gel or calming balm. This is the same thing you use to calm the skin down for your chemical peels. It's a gel. I like gel better because it is a better conductor. The oil you put on is a thin conductor, so you have to use kind of a lot, but use circular motions that pushes product into the face, also tightening muscles at a deeper layer, past the subcutaneous layer to your muscles, because we all need to tighten up the face. All right, so after that, and this is the last instrument, because remember, you used all your other instruments in other videos. This is for mature skin. This is when you'll operate your radio frequency. Radio frequency tightens up the skin at a second layer. The third layer would be that ultrasound. That's the furthest layer it's gonna get into and tighten up skin. Ultrasound, because it comes with LED lights. So you go to ultrasound or radio frequency, RF. RF just stands for radio frequency. Type it or hit it. And see how the light comes on, the red for penetrating through the skin barriers to tighten up the skin? You can have it on blue or green for lymphatic system. Blue for acne. Let's just say there's a few little bumps we popped earlier. We're gonna go across the skin. But you're just going over the skin, circular motions, and tightens up the skin as well. So this is just tightening at a second layer or past the epidermis, okay? Turn that off. Then you can do an oxygen treatment after that. Remember, we used the serum because your older, mature skin, the skin that can't handle everything, you turn on your spray. and cool them down. Because remember, we use the radio frequency, it heats up your face. For some machines, you want to cool their skin back down. Use your spray, okay? Turn it off. After the spray, you use your serum. After the serum, you can use LED lights if you want to, or the face mask. Some of these machines come with an LED face mask. Put that mask on or serum first, then the mask. After you take the LED face mask off, you send them home with home care. And that's pretty much all you do. You just literally went through all the steps of the HydraFacial machine. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any other questions, please feel free to give me a call.